If you please can hand the verdict form to the bailiff.
I mean, look at the look on her face. I don't know why there was even a doubt in her mind that she would be found guilty, but okay.
Having reviewed the verdict form, it is in its proper order. At this time, I will publish the verdict. We, the jury, find as follows as to count one of the indictment, first-degree murder. The defendant is guilty of first-degree murder.
She's so
Mrs.
dramatic.
Adelson, control yourself.
Oh my God, what a shock.
Count two. We, the jury, find as follows as the count two of the indictment. Conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. The defendant is guilty of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. Count three. We, the jury, find as follows as the count three of the indictment. Solicitation to commit first-degree murder.
Oh my God.
The defendant is guilty of solicitation to commit first-degree murder. And it is signed and dated by the foreperson. One moment. Members of the jury, the bailiff will escort you to the jury room.
That judge seems like he's completely and totally over Donna. Like, I'm through with you. You're just too much. So she was found guilty on all of the above. I thought we would go in and look at the evidence that convicted her, because over on Law and Crime, we have all evidence against Donna Adelson: snitches, wiretaps, and stapled cash, whatever that means. What does stapled cash mean?
It was to keep her grandkids, but it wasn't supposed to go that far.
Jailhouse snitches, wiretaps, text messages, and an attempt to flee to Vietnam. Those are just a few of the pieces of evidence prosecutors have presented against Donna Adelson in her trial for the conspiracy to murder Dan Markel. Will it be enough for a jury to convict her?
Yes, it was enough.
Welcome to
Angela.
Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. The state of Florida is done presenting its case against Donna Adelson for the conspiracy to murder Dan Markel. A conspiracy, after all, is simply a plan. The prosecution has to prove that Donna Adelson was part of a plan, an agreement to carry out the murder of Dan Markel. And the prosecution believes they've proven that through the testimony of a number of witnesses. Dan Markel was shot to death in his garage in July 2014 after dropping off his two young sons at preschool and then working out at the gym. Two hitmen, Latin Kings gang members Luis Rivera and Sigfredo Garcia, were identified as the hitmen hired by Donna Adelson's son, Charlie Adelson, to murder Markel. Rivera testified in Donna's trial, saying he was told that Wendy Adelson, the ex-wife of Dan Markel, wanted their children. So that was the reason why Markel was being murdered.
And what was the purpose of this murder as you understood it?
That they wanted the kids.
Who wanted the kids?
Wendy.
Okay. And did you understand that you were killing the father of the kids so that Wendy could have the kids?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you previously referred to a dentist being involved?
Yes, ma'am.
Who was the dentist?
Charlie.
And how was he related?
Katie's boyfriend.
Wasn't the whole family in dentistry? I think the whole family, they had a dentist office.
He's whatever you want to call him.
All right. So Katie was the wife of Garcia, but also the girlfriend of the dentist?
Yeah.
Did you have any contact with the dentist ever?
No.
Did you have any contact with any member of the Adelson family?
No, ma'am.
Everything went through Katie, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What did the dentist, if you know, have to do with the lady in Tallahassee who needed her kids?
I don't know nothing about him.
Now, Charlie's ex-girlfriend, Katie Magbanua, was the link between the Adelsons and the hitmen. Katie testified against Charlie Adelson at his trial after being convicted at her trial. She has now testified against Donna Adelson.
And did you go to Charlie Adelson's house to get the money on the night of the shooting?
Yes, ma'am. He had contacted me and told me that there was an accident and if he can have dinner with me that night.
Okay. And the accident was a reference to the shooting of Dan Markel.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, which was not an accident, right?
No, ma'am.
When you get there, how is Charlie acting?
He was pretty frantic, just pacing back and forth, and he had a gun in his hand.
Okay, was that unusual behavior for him?
Yes, ma'am.
Did he say anything about his parents when you arrived at his house that night?
He told me that his parents just left.
Did you end up staying the night there?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Were you planning on spending the night there?
No, ma'am, I was not.
Okay, originally was your plan to get the money and take it to the two men that killed Mr. Markel?
Yes, ma'am, it was.
All right, what happened the next morning?
Well, since that night, since he was like pacing back and forth, and he had given me a Xanax, that's why I fell asleep. And
Okay,
that's why
did
I
he
was-
take Xanax as well?
Yes, ma'am, he took one as well.
Okay. The next morning, did something happen with the money?
Yes, ma'am. So I woke up. I was like, I gotta get out of here, and he told me that the money is in the trunk of my car.
Magbanua then talked about
Charlie was a real piece of work. He's been convicted. Welcome to everybody to Florida Woman Friday. Those that are just joining us, we're doing some updates on some Florida cases. Donna Adelson is who we're talking about right now. A jury convicted Donna on September 4th, 2025 for her role in the 2014 murder for hire for her former son-in-law, Florida State University law professor Dan Markel. Adelson was found guilty on all three charges. We just watched that and she was shocked. Oh my gosh, all three charges: first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, and solicitation to commit first-degree red rum. Key details from the conviction and trial was the motive, trial evidence, previous convictions. Donna Adelson is the fifth person to be convicted in this murder. Her son, Charlie, was convicted in 2023. The two hired hitmen and a middleman also have been convicted. A lot of people believe that her daughter is the next one to be sent down the river or up the river. What is that? Gosh, what is that saying? Sent up the river? I think it's sent up the river, not down the river. So and we're looking at the snitches, wiretaps, and the stuff that actually convicted her with Angelette Levy.
how the money was packaged when she received her cut.
When you opened the Ziploc bag, did you notice that the money was stapled together?
Yes, ma'am,
It
it was.
was. Okay. Did you notice something else unusual about the money?
At that moment, I didn't when I opened it, but a couple of days after the fact, it was wet and starting to mold.
The money itself was damp to the touch,
Yes, ma'am.
right? And did you ever mention that back to Charlie Adelson?
I'm pretty sure I contacted him and told him why is the money.
So is that a thing that people actually wash money and so then it became moldy? I thought laundering money, I always thought was like just a term, like you're somehow whitewashing it through the system to launder it. That's what I thought it meant. I didn't think you actually washed it to me, and then it goes moldy.
What
What do you mean pretty sure? You did or you didn't?
that I didn't.
Okay. And when you contacted him and said the
What would be the reason to launder it? Like, maybe I'm not reading this right.
money's wet, or you just mentioned
Because
that
it feels silly that they would like actually get the water wet.
the money's wet. Did he have a response?
Yes, ma'am. He told me
Go
told me
ahead.
that his mom washed the money.
That you physically washed the money.
Yes, ma'am.
Katie Magbanua also talked about
That's
receiving
what I
payroll
want to know. Hi, Kim. I really want to know how long until they go after Wendy, because I really have a feeling they are. And yeah, Wendy didn't want to testify at all in this trial, but the judge was like, "Yeah, no, you're coming, Missy. You're coming."
checks from the Adelson's dental
Because
practice.
she testified in all four of the others. I mean, can you imagine? And now how many will come for her when it's her time? Like everybody in prison will come after her, I bet.
Despite not working there.
Including her mom.
You started getting paychecks in September after the murder, which continued through May of 2016. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And how would you receive the paychecks?
Charlie would give it to me.
All right. And you admit that you weren't doing anything to earn that money
No, ma'am. I was
other
not.
than contributing to this murder.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And the paychecks Would they come one at a time or multiples at a time?
It would be multiple.
Okay. Do you know why the paychecks stopped when they stopped?
At that time, Sigfredo got arrested.
So they got spooked.
Yes.
Who signed the paychecks?
I'm sorry. 1 moment. You right. Negative.
Who signed your paychecks from the Adelson Institute?
Donna Adelson.
How many paychecks did you receive?
I can't recall.
Does 44 sound right?
Can't recall.
If we assume 44, how many of them were signed
And
by
they
Donna?
said that the family was super cheap. They were like cheapskates. So it was very odd that this woman was receiving all this money. Like apparently they would give their dentist patients just like this cheap thing of floss that, you know, most dentists will give you a little package, but they really didn't want to do any of that. I did look up and it said, I said, why would Donna get the water wet in the Donna Adelson trial? Because I don't understand that. And it says Donna Adelson got the water wet by laundering cash believed to be part of the payment for the murder of Dan Markel. It's a literal interpretation of the term money laundering and is believed to have been an attempt to remove any potential DNA or fingerprints from the money. Oh, and this is where the stapled comes in. It says the cash was stapled together and Donna reportedly washed it in a washing machine. The result, this caused the money to become mildewed and never dry completely as the water couldn't reach the areas under the staples. The motive, Donna is thought to have heard the term money laundering and naively believed it meant physically washing the cash. Like, I didn't think it was a thing. I thought it was just a term. This action is considered a key piece of evidence in Dan Markel's murder case. The statement, "get the water wet," is not a direct quote from Donna Adelson. It is a colloquial way of describing her unusual and literal act of money laundering. Sorry. That's really funny. It's like Keystone Cops or something. Woo! Okay. I'm having a really bad day, but I needed that. Oh, that's perfect.
Adelson.
All of them.
How many were signed by Charlie Adelson? And identifying information for members of her family and even some friends in there too.
She did.
And as part of that information in the 2014 planner, did you locate any information specific to Dan Markel's vehicle?
We did.
Donna's giving out
What
moldy
information was that?
money.
It's the 08 Accord on the left middle of the page, right there. It's the 08 Accord, and the tag number is 584YBM.
That's Dan Markel's tag number at the time of his murder?
It is.
Same vehicle that the killers pursued?
That's correct.
It would only make sense that Donna might have her ex-son-in-law's license plate number to possibly pass along to the hitmen. 2 of Donna Adelson's 3 children have testified against her. Wendy took the stand only because she was subpoenaed and granted limited immunity.
At the time of Dan Markel's murder, was the defendant, your mother, very angry at Dan Markel?
Before he died?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
And you hated him too, right?
At certain points, I was very frustrated with him.
Did you refer to him as an STD?
Oh,
I don't remember saying that.
gee.
Tab 5.
She's going to point it out. Tab 5, paragraph 2. 3 words in.
It looks like I made that analogy.
Danny is an STD. One wrong mistake, marrying him, and this will never go away. Is that what you said?
I did.
Did you share that kind of sentiment with your mother?
I don't remember ever saying that, so I don't think it's something I said very often.
And this was said in an email on February 26th of 2013, correct?
It was.
Approximately 17 months before the murder?
Yes. I don't think it was an email, though. It looks like it was sort of an iMessage.
Okay. Did you ever refer to your ex-husband as the Dark Lord?
I don't remember saying that.
You might as well
But I
just
certainly-
say yes, Wendy, because she's going to direct you to tab 53 or something. But how many of you guys think that have been following the case? Do you think Wendy's going to be the next one that we see up on the docket? I can't. I think it's a 50-50. Like, do they want to go for a slam dunk, which I think they could easily get, or did they get the people good enough, and do they want to leave her on the outside because there's still kids involved? Although I think I looked and the kids are like 16, 17, 18, but kids still need their family. And speaking of this, I'm going to sidetrack just for a second. And have you guys seen this? I'm doing this tomorrow, but I'm going to do a video on it. This unknown caller. It's about these middle school kids in Michigan that are getting this unknown text from this unknown caller repeatedly for like 2 or 3 years, and it just gets darker and darker and darker. And I'm not going to tell you anything else because it's better just to go in this show knowing very little, because it is really well done and it's a shocker. It's a shocker because usually I am somebody who I love a good mystery, and the whole time I'm trying to figure it out. And if I figure it out from the get, it's like I'm really bored with the show. But the whole time, like, I had to hold myself back not to fast forward to the end just to know who it was, because I was like, they take you down these twists and turns, and they film it in a way. I'm not gonna, like, in the video, I'm gonna go into it more, but there'll be like a spoiler alert so people don't watch it. But they filmed it in a way where they purposely tricked you, but I dig it. I really like it. And yeah, I'm seeing it all over the internet now. So you better go watch it fast, and don't watch anybody's TikToks or anything, because it gives it right away. But anyway, getting back to this, how many of you guys think Wendy is next?
Might have.
Wendy Adelson was also asked about testifying in the trial of her brother Charlie.
When was the last time you spoke to your mother, Donna Adelson, as we sit here today?
I think it's unknown numbers.
November
That's the name of the
of
show.
2023.
Okay. And so she hasn't given you any information or advice about how to testify in court, has
No,
she?
ma'am. No.
What about, you did offer testimony in November of 2023 as well, right, on a related case?
Yes.
Okay,
October.
And did your mom, when you spoke to her in November of 2023, offer you any advice or thoughts about how you should act or behave or what you should say in court?
Yes,
She did.
she did.
And what was that?
I can't tell you I remember exactly, but she was hoping I would be supportive of my brother.
Okay. And do you know what her thoughts were afterwards?
I do.
Okay. And what were they?
She was devastated.
She didn't feel you were supportive.
No.
I'll have more on the
So it seems to me like Wendy gave a little bit more in her mother's trial. I think maybe Wendy's trying to keep her little tushy out of prison, though it seemed her asking not to testify at all, it sent all these warning bells up for me.
text messages.
And no, I mean, I think it's Kim, I think it's crazy. She says it was probably printed fake money, but it's just crazy that she thought like laundering money meant washing money. So yeah, it just means like putting it through different. I always thought it meant just like getting it through spending it different ways so that it gets out there in the system. That's what I thought it meant. Let me see let me get this going, and I'll Google what it means.
Between Donna and Wendy during Charlie's trial here in a bit. Donna Adelson's estranged son, Rob Adelson, also testified against his mother more willingly than Wendy did.
Based on your personal observations throughout your life of your parents and of your siblings, who is the leader in the family? Who tends to run the show?
I think my mom.
Okay, so Donna Adelson.
Yes.
Would you describe Donna Adelson's personality as being more controlling or more laid back?
I think more on the controlling side.
What about, is she kind of a more assertive person or a more passive person?
More assertive.
What about your dad, Harvey Adelson? What's his personality like?
I think he's more passive, more go with the flow.
Harvey's another one. Is he going to get in trouble? And I forgot about this brother that wanted nothing to do with any of this. So laundering money is the illegal process of concealing the origins of illegally obtained money to make it appear as if it came from legitimate sources. Criminals engage in this activity so they can use or invest their illicit funds without attracting the attention of law enforcement or tax authorities. So, it says the 3 stages of money laundering is placement. This is the initial stages where dirty money from criminal activities is put into legitimate financial system. For instance, a criminal might mix illicit cash with the daily sales of legitimate cash intensive business like a restaurant or laundromat. Layering, the stage involves creating complex layers of financial just cracks me up that she just put it through the washer. Oh, I gotta not think that because it makes me laugh. Okay, the stage involves creating complex layers of financial transactions to obscure the money's origins. Don't think about it, Amy. Common methods include electronically moving money between different countries, buying and selling assets like real estate or cryptocurrency, or funneling it. And then there's integration in the final stage. You put it through the washer. No, Amy, no. The money is fully integrated back into the legitimate economy after its source has been successfully disguised. So, and then you can invest in legal businesses and whatnot. It's insane. It's very insane. But it's perfect for Florida Woman Friday. It's just perfection. Crazy stuff goes down in this state, and I love it.
When you and your siblings were growing up, was Donna Adelson a very involved parent?
Yes.
And when I say involved, as far as with your life and with your friends and with school and with that type of thing?
Absolutely.
Did she have certain fixed ideas throughout your life of certain things she wanted to happen in you and your siblings' life?
Yes, absolutely.
Was it acceptable if you decided to not do those certain things that she was fixated she wanted you to do? Was that acceptable to her or no?
No, I think she had certain sort of rigid, fixed ideas or impressions for what she wanted for us. And, if you went along with that, things were fine. If you didn't, things were not fine.
This brother actually looks more like the father, and the other two, the brother and sister, remind me more of Donna. But he kind of looked like Donna too, but he looked like he'd been through the ringer, that brother.
Adelson's testimony helped the state. He painted his mother as a domineering matriarch who didn't seem concerned.
Well, I mean, with a mother like Donna, he did go through the ringer. The whole family
Dan
did.
Markel at all. He described meeting with the FBI and what happened afterwards.
They came to our house. I was already at work, and so they talked to my wife. It had to be a Wednesday or Thursday, so I was already at work.
And is this your house in New York?
Yes.
Okay. And did you end up talking to law enforcement and letting them, answering their questions, letting them know what you knew?
Yeah, they came to my office the next day, and we with 2 agents, and we had an interview. Okay.
After that conversation with, you said it was the FBI earlier, right?
Yes.
Okay. After that conversation with the FBI, did Donna Adelson ever say anything to you about having talked to law enforcement or the FBI?
It was either that afternoon or the next day, but and she called me and said, just want to let you know, if the police come around, don't talk to them.
Okay, so she told you not to talk to law enforcement.
Correct.
Did you let her know that you already had talked to law enforcement?
I said I already did.
And what did she say to that?
She said, "Oh, well, you don't know anything anyway."
You don't know anything anyway?
Correct.
Was that an unusual statement coming from your mother?
Yeah, everything that week was unusual, but I clearly didn't know anything, but I wasn't going to not talk to the FBI if they show up at my house.
How did you respond? Let me ask you this. After the murder of Dan Markel, did Donna Adelson seem curious about who killed Dan Markel?
No.
Was there a complete lack of curiosity?
Yeah, nobody seemed curious.
Did you actually ever ask her, after the murder, hey, what do you think happened?
Yeah, and the conversations were kind of rerouted, or that was certainly discouraged. And it was probably like maybe sometime like mid-August, when I finally had a chance to ask and say, what is going on? This was not a small event. This was getting a lot of notoriety. And I said, what do you guys think happened? And she had said, I don't know and I don't care. It doesn't concern me.
Was that out of character for her to not be curious and not be asking some questions?
Yeah, I mean, it was.
How
it was an
would it
unsolved-
not concern her, considering that it was her beloved grandkid's father? That would be very concerning. And why would you not be concerned and not think that if he got unalived, that they wouldn't be coming after everybody in the family? Because you don't, if you didn't have anything anyway, we all know she had something to do with it.
Murder of my former brother-in-law, like someone that we all know very well. If it was like some neighborhood gossip, people would be interested. This was like national interest, and nobody had any curiosity about who did this to Danny.
Now, the jury heard hours and hours of wiretap phone calls between Donna and Charlie. I'm not going to play them all for you, but they happened after the bump, where an FBI agent posing as a relative of one of the hitmen demanded money. Charlie and Donna can be heard speaking in code on those calls. There were two witnesses Donna Adelson's attorneys were very concerned about. Two women who served time with Donna Adelson, jailhouse snitches. Drina Barnhart told the jury that she and Donna Adelson became very close during the time that they were in the Leon County Jail together.
She fought hard so that Snitch wouldn't be able to come on board and testify. And that's such an interesting. I've been in Lindsay Valdry's chats lately, and she's been in mine, and she was in prison for a few years, and the whole finding a mother, having an older woman in prison, and then there's all these younger girls that work under. The whole prison system interests me. And so Donna was the mother to this prison snitch, but you can't trust anybody in prison. One of my favorite prison creators is Jumpsuit Pablo, and he was just saying this the other day. You can't trust anybody, which makes sense because it's a bunch of, criminals in prison.
All right. Can you describe your friendship with Mrs. Adelson?
Yes. Initially, it was very nice. She actually called me her jail daughter, and she and I got close. And how much more detail do you want?
Well, by close, did you talk to each other about personal things like your life?
Yes.
Okay. And did she have a nickname for you besides her jail daughter?
Yes, Sunshine.
Did she paint pictures for you and write notes to you and things like that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So is this her initials down here?
Yes, ma'am.
And on the back, is that a little note to you?
Yes, it is.
Dear Drina, I hope your life will be filled with love, joy, and flowers. You deserve only the best because you are the best loved Donna. Is that what you wrote?
Yes.
So Drina Barnhart told the jury she was close to Donna Adelson and that Donna wrote notes to her and made pictures for her. She also testified that Donna was very worried about some of the people testifying against her in her trial.
Did Donna Adelson ever talk to you when she was talking about her case? Did she ever mention any concerns about the testimony of her son, Rob Adelson?
She did. She said she was extremely worried about his testimony.
Okay, so that was something that she brought up often or only one time?
A few times.
So Donna Adelson was worried, according to Drina, about
Those honest sons. They're the ones that you got to look out for.
Rob Adelson's testimony. And she was also worried about the testimony of Charlie Adelson's ex-girlfriend and convicted co-conspirator Katie Magbanua. Drina Barnhart testified that Donna Adelson gave her a script to follow.
Whose notebook is this?
That's mine.
And whose handwriting is this on this first page?
That's Donna's, Miss Anderson.
Okay, so she wrote this in your notebook?
Yes, ma'am.
And what is it you were supposed to do with this information?
I was supposed to study it and answer it correctly on the stand for her.
So this is what she wanted you to say in court.
Oh,
yes,
dang.
So for example, how did you know Donna Adelson? You were supposed to say everyone knew her. She's been on the news. I've seen and heard about this on TV shows and read it in the newspaper over the years.
Correct.
Do you read the newspaper?
No.
Okay. Did you know much about her or her case prior to coming in contact with her in the Leon County Jail?
No, ma'am.
Oh, but I'm
And what
going
were
to
you
call
supposed to do?
shenanigans on this. I'm sure everybody in there knew what Donna was in there for. And also, I wonder what, not to say that she's wrong, I mean, for giving this up, but I wonder what she's getting for this. I wonder what she's getting in exchange for this, because it's still just jail that they're in, right? So what are they getting? What's she getting?
Physical script.
I was supposed to copy it down and give it back to her.
Okay, copy it into your own handwriting?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And
Oh, well, the only time I was sat on a jury trial, Olga says, the first time a snitch it's not the first time. Yeah, it's not the first time a snitch has testified. The only jury trial that I was in, it was these guys stole some scaffolding. I'm from Michigan, and they drove down Gratiot, and they tied it to their roof of their car with their shoelaces and drove down Gratiot. And the guy that was on trial for me, the guy who had already been convicted, was snitching and testifying against them. So, I mean, it happens all the time, right? So it's not surprising, but I do wonder, like, what is she getting for it? Because I'm sure she's getting something, for being honest. I was reading this thing too on Reddit. This guy put on, like, I'm going to prison. What should I do? And this guy who replied who had already been on prison, and it was like these 10 things. And one of it, like up at the top, was do not snitch. Don't snitch. I don't care who you are. Just don't snitch. So, I mean, I wonder what she's getting for snitching like this. Yeah. I wonder what she'll get. Zero direct evidence linking Donna. Yeah, I had heard some people say that there was a good possibility that she wasn't going to be convicted, but I just don't think in our system, although Florida didn't convict Casey Anthony, so I don't know. I was pretty sure she was going to be convicted. I just wonder about Wendy now.
Did you provide this item to my office?
Yes, ma'am.
And was it copied and returned to you?
Yes, ma'am.
What did you do with it once you returned with the original to Leon County Jail?
Return it to her.
I'm gonna go down a paragraph here. It says that you approached Mrs. Adelson and told her you had information about Kay that you wanted to give her. Is that true?
No.
This says that Kay told you that she told Charlie on the night of the murder that some friends of hers went to Tallahassee and killed him. Did Kay ever tell you that?
No, ma'am.
Okay. She asked him to give her the 1/3 of $1 million that he was going to pay his sister so that she could relocate with her children to Miami. He went crazy on her. He said that that was going to be an offer to his brother-in-law not to kill him.
Barnhart said she was promised things for her testimony.
While I was in jail, I received packages and phone calls, and I was promised things as well.
What type of packages?
Packages are in jail, just like a bunch of basically gas station food, but it's exciting when you're in jail.
Oh, well, gas station food is exciting. Oh, so you think Charlie did it? I don't know. He's so bumbling that he doesn't strike me as a mastermind. Donna's a little bit, I mean, even though reportedly she put money in the washing machine, she just strikes me as being a little more cunning than Charlie. But I mean, I obviously Charlie was in it because he did get the girlfriend who knew the people. It was through his girlfriend. Is Charlie in prison for life? I don't know that. Let me look that up.
And what about phone calls? What do you mean by that?
Just the phone calls are very expensive from jail, so she would let me use her phone to call my mother and other people.
Okay, and you said she promised you other things in the future. What other types of things?
$10,000, a grand piano.
What else?
She promised me cameras, but
none of that came to fruition.
No.
Okay. And what about pills? Did she mention anything to you about pills?
Yes, that if I needed pills that I could call a doctor named, I think, Obed. I think that's his name.
Okay.
Yes.
And that person would write you some prescriptions?
Yes, ma'am.
And why would you be in need of prescription medication?
I'm a recovering drug addict.
So Donna, knowing her connection to dental people, is promising that kind of stuff. I did look, and it said that Charlie is serving a life sentence in prison. In December 23, he was sentenced to life without. Oh, it's life without parole. Because I was going to say sometimes life just means a certain amount of years, but he got without parole for orchestrating the 2014 murder for hire of his former. Well, I mean, yeah. Wow. When is Donna's sentencing? Be sure to give this live a thumbs up. Helps me go out into the algorithm party out there. Bring more people back to the party. It's just a free way to help me out.
Behind the barn, there's a thicket, and if you listen late at night, you'll hear a cricket, and it sings a song, and I know the words, and they go like